Bear with me.
Alrighty,
People go on.
we are live.
So we're gonna go ahead with the interview.
Everybody can see this. Let's give it a couple minutes. Wait till people get in there.
So we got one. Hey, what's going on, guys?
We're just giving it about 5 minutes until we can get started.
On. So we have this live and then we have that live.
Yes.
Who's on?
Alrighty, we got some people on. How you doing, guys? Please like, comment, and share.
I think I'm gonna need another drink. What's good, Eric?
What's up, guys? Alrighty, just give it a couple minutes.
We're
waiting for people to come in to the chat. I want you guys to keep commenting and to make it great.
Who else is on?
Hello.
Got a couple people on. Oh, Julie.
Julie's on. Alright.
What's Eric saying? What's up, Eric? You ready, bro?
Yeah, just give it till 7:20. We're gonna give you 5 minutes for everybody to come out.
For people live on my side. So, guys, we're Facebook Live on Nick's Facebook, and then we're live on my Instagram. No, it's the first time we do this, all right? So bear with us.
Yeah, keep in mind that we're still working out the bugs. We just have to see what works best. Facebook Live is a great tool to use. We just got to get used to it and how we're doing it. Keep in mind that we're not going to be doing live interviews face-to-face all the time. The drive is going to be mostly consisting of webcam to webcam. So it's going to be people from anywhere in the world. We're going to just, host a show where I could bring both together and send it on Facebook Live. In this case, Kelson
I was in Miami and I'm on my way up to Jersey. So perfect timing to decide to stop in Orlando real quick.
Yep. So
Claremont and meet with Nick to do this, face-to-face. But for the most part, Nick is going to be running interviews every week with random people at different times with, anywhere they're at, anywhere he's at. So that's the way he's going to do it.
We're going to give it to about 2 more minutes, and then we're going to start the show.
Yeah, dude, I got like a few people there.
Want to get started?
Yeah.
All right, let's get started.
So we're gonna get started with the interview. Nick here, what his focus on? You want to say?
Yeah. So basically, the drive. That's the name of the show. I'm going to be hosting it every week. I have a schedule lined up. I already have 8 or 9 special guests that are going to be on the show. First one being Kelson. So a little bit about the show. It's going to be about sales and all aspects about it, from the good to the bad to the dirty. This is going to be really good talks with really good people, and I just want to show everybody what sales is about. I mean, it could be anything from personal to, processes of the show, or of sales in that aspect. But let's get started. This is Kelson Awdren. He's a businessman, entrepreneur, owns his own flooring company. He's involved in Forex. He's on his way to make $1 million in 3 months. No, but we're going to start this off. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right, so for you guys that don't know me, a lot of you guys are watching know me, some of you guys don't. So my name is Kelson Awdren. I'm 24 years old. Basically, what my life is all about is everyday just business, right? I have a social media marketing agency that I run with 2 partners that I have in Miami. I have a flooring business that I run in Miami and in New Jersey. For the most part, in New Jersey, the New Jersey flooring business is a little bit better. I also invest in the Forex market. I also invest in cryptocurrency. What else? And I've done a lot of things online. Basically, the same way I run a social media agency for businesses to run their Facebook advertisements, I also run my own Facebook advertisements for my own online stores that I run. So basically, what I've done is, my personal story is I started at 18 years old in business. I skipped out on college. I wanted to just make money. I couldn't afford to either work full-time, because I was already living on my own, work full-time, or go to school part-time. It just wasn't going to work out. So I decided to just work full-time, make money, and in the process find ways of starting my own businesses, somehow doing something.
Now, how let's get into how we met. I was employed at Planet Honda in New Jersey in Union, selling cars, and I'm currently in the car industry. And he came in green as day, ready to start work. He got hired on the spot by the general manager, and we clicked it off ever since. He told me he was in construction prior. I was in construction for a couple of years, which I couldn't stand. It was just too much on the back, and I'm too lazy for that, to be honest with you. So anyway, we met through Planet Honda. Say a little about your experience about with me working together and how it went.
Right. So I started Planet Honda because I just saw a way of making money doing sales without having to actually run a business. With the construction business at the time, I had just finished selling it. I moved to Miami for a few months to just enjoy life. And then I went back to Jersey, and I was told, hey, go get in the car business. There's going to be a lot of money there for you. All you got to do is just make sales. So I jumped on board at Planet Honda, met Nick right away. And Nick was actually one of my mentors there. He was showing me a little bit about how to run, a car business. So one of the things that I learned a lot, definitely in sales, was to definitely talk less and listen to people more, right? When you're doing a sales transaction, you want the customer, or you want your potential client or the potential buyer to be the one talking all the time, right? So it's one of the things that I learned at the most. So a lot of times when I'm making deals, car deals, literally most of the time I'm just laying back, listening to the customer tell me everything that he wants, and then I'll just say, hey, if I can do it for you, ready to make a deal, and they'll just say, yeah. And then we'll make a deal. So it's one of the biggest things I learned with Nick.
One of the biggest things I try to teach him is that at the end of the day, the customer sees three things. It's either the car, they like it or they don't. It's either the salesperson, which they like or they don't, or it's the numbers. There's no other reason why the customer shouldn't buy. So what I taught him was to try to get a commitment from the customer on what they will do today to purchase the vehicle. Now that's something, you're talking about sales process. Planet Honda has a perfect sales process. I haven't seen another dealership, and I've been to quite a few, that has a process like that.
If any of you guys are in sales, I know probably Eric, who was watching, he's in the construction business. I've applied a lot of those techniques in the car sales into the construction business. Before, I would literally give a customer the price that, is usually what you charge for a job. Eventually, what I started doing was I would just charge a customer a lot more. And if they say yes, without a question, I would just get the job and make more money. If they said no, I would start dropping the price by $100, $200 until they land on a price that they want. Usually, if I land on a price that they're comfortable, it's still a better price than the price that I would give the customer originally.
Yeah.
So it's one of the things that you do in the car business. Honestly, you actually try to sell the car for more than it's worth, and then you find if the customer finds that car is actually worth that much, or they want it that much, they're willing to pay for it. They'll pay for it, right? Just like an iPhone would pay $900 to $1,000 an iPhone. We find the value in it. Some people wouldn't.
Let's not get into all the nitty-gritty. I want this one to be opened up for discussion. I want you guys to keep commenting. It's a little hard for me to read. Like I said, I'm trying to work it all out. But keep commenting. Eduardo, how you doing, buddy? Miss you. You're going to be on the show. We're going to be doing great things. So I have a couple questions for Kelson. It's going to be a bunch of different questions. Let's see how he can react and answer to them. Let's see the salesmanship in Kelson Awdren. All right. So the first thing I want to know is, what is the most common reason for people failing or giving up in our industry? It could be any aspect of sales. What is the most common reason for people failing and giving up in any sales industry? What do you think the answer is?
There could be a few. A lot of things, it could be that they don't understand how much money they actually could make themselves, right? If you understand how much money you can actually make doing sales, you would actually give it an extra shot. And I think people just quit because they just don't like rejection. They can't stand being told no. They think that sales is convincing another person into doing something, when in reality sales is just really showing the customer why they should buy from you.
Value. It's all about value.
Yeah. So I think people just quit because they can't. The highest paid people in the world are salespeople, right? They just don't understand how much money they can make making sales, and they just don't like getting rejected, right? So it's kind of like a sissy move. Really, if somebody tells you no, big fucking deal, right? There's another person that's gonna say yes. So.
I think that's a great answer. I think a lot of it has to do with mentality. If you're coming from a 9-to-5 job and you're expecting to put the same type of work into sales that could be a 24-hour job, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're not going to win. If you're expecting to go home at 5 o'clock, and that's when you're scheduled for, and the store is open till 9, or if you're selling real estate, any client could be available at any time. If you're looking to go home early, if you're not looking to put the work in, it's probably not for you.
Right.
It's a grind. For the first year or two, to get customers and contact people, it's tough. But
or what about the days that you go home without making a sale? First of all, you're going home without making a sale, right? So that could be stressful. But how many times did we go home without making a sale, and then the next day we'll come in and we'll make 2, 3, 4 sales in one day?
Absolutely. And you kill yourself if you didn't make one a sale. So,
right.
All right. So let's move on to the next question. What are specific roadblocks, maybe in your industry, or again, in aspect of sales? What are specific roadblocks / problems that you would tell somebody else, your friend, to watch out for?
So what market for the most part?
And sales. Talk about the car industry if you want.
Okay, so the car industry, since you're in cars, a lot of the people watching are also in the car industry.
1 second. I see that Eduardo said, where do I get those necklaces like you guys? Sorry, brother. 18 karat gold, platinum.
Yeah, okay.
Oh wait, but you're in finance, so you might be on the roads.
Yeah, you'll get there, Eduardo.
Anyway, what are the specific roadblocks that you would tell somebody to watch out for in sales? Let's talk about the car industry.
Watch out for. Yeah, don't get discouraged, man.
Yeah.
Don't get discouraged. Especially in the car sales. You got people that are gonna tell you no. And another thing is don't let the other salesman discourage you, because that's what they're gonna want to do. They're gonna want you to sit down, not make any phone calls, not make any sales, right? And because if you're not doing anything, they're the ones taking up on the customers that are walking in, right? Don't get discouraged. Don't get lazy. Don't get distracted. It's very easy to get distracted when you're in sales because there's nobody pushing you around. There's nobody telling you, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. You just need to wake up and you got to make your own sales. So yeah, don't get discouraged. Don't get distracted. And don't listen to the people that are not really trying to help you. Like, you were trying to help me, but there were other sales there, car sales that were.
They don't want to help you.
They don't want to help you.
Because then they feel like you're taking money away from them.
Exactly.
What I think is a specific problem is cliques of negative people. There's always going to be negative people. There's going to be negative people everywhere. If you have the mentality to stay strong and not listen to them, even though they're talking to you, great. What I would do is just walk away. The negativity is the biggest bullshit you could deal with, and it's. Oh yeah!
If any of you guys are in construction, sorry to cut you off. There was times I would go to a construction site and I'm taking a look at a job. I'm gonna give an estimate. And there's a competition there. And when the guy would come up to me and tell me, oh, hey, what do you think about this? No, I wouldn't even bet on this. I wouldn't even bid on this job. Oh, I didn't even want this job, right? So what he would expect me to do was he would expect me to turn around and get out of there while he stays there and then takes the job. So if any of you guys are in construction there and you're trying to get a job, a construction job, don't listen to your competitor that might tell you that job is harder to do. It's going to take longer. He wouldn't even do it. There's some things that he saw that he didn't like. Don't listen to those guys. Definitely do your own analysis and do what you think is best. Yeah.
All right. Next question. What are you not very good at?
Oh man.
Besides your English.
What am I not very good at? I don't know.
That's a hard one.
Because
you want to think that you're good at everything.
Yeah, you're good at everything.
But the real truth is that you probably fucking suck at something.
Yeah.
So what do you think it is?
I gotta say, probably staying consistent with something. Sometimes you just some things that you should be doing, you're not consistent with. And a lot of times it's because you just get too busy with something else. But definitely probably not being consistent with something at certain times is something that I probably suck at a lot.
Yeah, I think I struggle with the same thing. I mean, for me, I have an issue of my mind races, so I like to jump on things depending on how I feel.
Yeah.
So trying to keep the mind quiet and just do something and keep it going, like the show. I'm going to be doing. All right, next question. What excites you right now?
Right now, the internet. The money that you can make on the internet. The simple fact that we're actually doing this, we have one IG Live, we have a Facebook Live right now, and we can talk to all you guys at the same time. That's amazing. I've made money online. I know I'm with the iComeUp team down in Miami. You guys can look them up. iComeUp. They're an Instagram growth agency. They did $160,000 in sales last month. They make all their money closing deals over the phone. They get on people's DMs, and then they just close deals over the phone. I get contracts, construction contracts, directly to my phone. I call them up. I'll set up those estimates. I go see them. I get the jobs. I have an online store I sell things on. My Facebook agency is basically all internet. My Forex team, I actually have a team that I trade currencies with that I'm mentoring. Also have a mentor. Some of the guys are in North Carolina. Some of the guys are in Jersey. Some of the guys are in Miami. I'm building a team here in Orlando of traders, and we're doing everything over the phone, over video. We're doing everything online. So I think right now what excites me the most is the internet, making money online, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great thing. I've never been involved in internet marketing or internet business. I was being put on to the Forex with my buddy Kelson. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, compound interest, trading, foreign exchange market, dollars, yens, and all this stuff. It makes a lot of sense. I think it's a good idea for people to look into. Definitely check that out. Another question. Let's go. Let me check my notes real quick.
Let me see who's on. Oh, Julie's on. Eric. No, Tug joined.
All right. Another question is, how can our listeners, how can you guys get in contact with you?
Definitely, if you guys are on my IG Live, you guys definitely know to hit me up on my IG DM. Also, you can hit me up on my Facebook, which I don't use much. So yeah, definitely Instagram, Facebook. On my IG, there's my phone number. You guys could either call me or text message me, email me. So if anything you guys can always just contact me here. For Nick, definitely follow Nick at Nick L Cerami.
That's my new Instagram.
Yeah, so he's there. You guys can follow him there. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the YouTube channel. We're gonna be coming over to the YouTube channel soon. I know Nick is also working on it, so I'm gonna keep you guys posted on the YouTube channel. Where we're gonna be doing a lot of these things.
Now, question I want to ask you guys is, do you have any questions for us? Comment right now. Go ahead, comment right now. Ask him a question. Ask us questions. Let's see what you guys want to ask. We'll do a couple minutes of this, and then we'll wrap it all up for you guys. Sorry, we can't see anything.
Oh shit, that was what's up. Yeah, Lucas, definitely, bro. If you were out here, I would have definitely given you that ticket, bro. Would have been awesome.
Come on, guys. Shoot us with some questions. Let's see what we got.
Questions. Somebody's asking a question.
Yep.
What kind of online businesses are you a part of? Yeah, so Lucas, right now what I'm running is I have an online store that I don't share with anybody because people will copy the products, but I basically run traffic through Facebook advertising and Instagram influencers to that store. Online, I'm running my Forex business. Basically, I invest money in the foreign exchange markets. I have myself, my mentor. My mentor has a bunch of people in his team. I have 10 to 11 people in my team right now that I'm mentoring, and I'm teaching them how to trade currencies online. Basically, just invest their money. It's not a get rich quick scheme. They all have their jobs, businesses, whatever they're making their money from, but they're investing their money in the foreign exchange markets. That's what I got going on online. Also, my online agency. But if there's something that you want to get involved into, brother, could definitely do consulting on how to start your own online store and how to make money online with Forex. Everything else is something that I got going on with partners and stuff like that.
Eduardo has a great question. Eduardo's question is, when do you think is a good time to partner up with somebody, or do you think you should ever partner in with somebody or do it on your own? I think that's a really good question. I feel like you should do a lot of the legwork yourself, but when it comes time, you're gonna need help from a partner to help you out. Because I'm not very good at the internet part, so I can do a lot of the legwork in sales. I can talk to people pretty well. But when it comes to the internet, I'll probably look for Kelson to help me out that way.
Yeah, I think you should definitely always partner up. Like, for example, my flooring business, I had a partner at one point. It didn't work out, right? It just didn't work out because a lot of that work is labor. A lot of that work is knowing how to do things. It didn't work out. But you should always definitely partner up. I have partners in almost all my businesses because you just help each other out. You grow more, you grow faster. Like right now, I'm in Orlando. I can literally set up an appointment to meet with somebody for, to advertise their business online. And if they're in Miami, I'll have one of my partners in Miami go meet with them and close that deal, right? Which would happen a month ago. I was in Jersey. I know some of you guys know Laura. Laura wanted to start advertising online. I sent my partner to meet with her, and she got started advertising online while I was in Jersey. So you guys should always definitely partner up. Find somebody that you can either learn from. At the most part, you want to partner up with somebody that you can learn from, because then you don't feel like you're the one doing all the work. So you're working your way up to be where they are at, but they're still your partner helping you out. You definitely want to, do some of the work, let someone else do some of the work, and like that you can, enjoy life a little bit more.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up with the last question. Julie Marie Lopes, I love you. She says, where do you see your drive on the drive taking you? Where are you going next? Where's your drive going?
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely building a big team of traders that I'm mentoring. I'm looking to take my social media agency to probably about 20, 30K a month. There's a lot of things going on. Little by little, it's just hard to talk about things that I want to do, things that I'm going to do. I just don't like doing that. But yeah, definitely a lot of growth coming. Connecting with a lot of people, definitely people that I hang out with is very important. People like Nick. I know some of you guys were seeing my stories over the weekend. I was hanging out with, guys like Greg Cardone, Cody Currens, Julian Kushner, Christian, Frederick. I mean, all these guys are doing really well in the game. That's the kind of people I'm hanging out with, and that's where we're headed.
Awesome. This has been a good show. I mean, we're 22 minutes into it. I think we could wrap it up. This episode was a general topic. It was just to kick it off of what the drive's going to be about. Ask you a couple questions that might be hard to answer. The next coming episodes, you're going to bring specific topics with specific people. So this one was a general, just to say what's up to the world and to get it going. But I want to thank you guys for watching The Drive. If you have any questions, you can hit up Kelson at his Instagram, Facebook. You can even hit me up on my Instagram or Facebook, and we'll definitely, stay in contact with you. We got a long way to go. This is the first one to go.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Take care.
We'll see you guys later.
Brush your hair.